Hi everybody, my name is Drew. Gonna be playing some Signalis. This is, the first bit is not gonna be a blind playthrough. I played a couple hours, got to the second area, a little bit into it, and the recording was all messed up. I'm pretty new at this. But I was very intrigued, which is the only reason why I'm going back, and I do want some of my friends to see the game. So, yeah. I will let it speak for itself in the beginning, and I'll be reading the files and watching the cutscenes, so we'll all just experience it together. I have decided to use the extended inventory, though, because a good amount of the video was me deciding whether or not I wanted to pick something up or running back to the box, and too many box trips can make for a boring video. So, pardon me for that. I do have to say that I really do like the PS1 style retro graphics that a lot of survival horror games have had recently. Elster features repair logic module. Serving our great nation as ship technicians aboard the scout vessels of the Penrose program, Elster-type replicas like yourself are equipped with a specialized repair logic module, allowing them to quickly and easily repair both themselves and important mission equipment. Accessing the RLM functions. Enter the inventory screen by pressing tab. This is just gameplay instructions. Oh wow, that's a lot more inventory than is normal. Let's see, 1, 2... I guess it's only 2 more slots. It seemed like it was a lot more. 6 was pretty punishing, though. If I remember correctly. Not here. It does have these first-person segments like mixed in, and they're pretty interesting. Okay. The section that I did get to, it was a lot of key hunting, which isn't my favorite, but the story, what was there of it, was very intriguing. Just for the basic overview, the files will detail this out a lot more than I am going to. But we are on a vessel that is a deep space exploration vessel, and it's staffed by one human, one natural-born human, and one essentially replicant, like in the sense of Blade Runner replicant. They call them replicas with a K in this game, but they are quite similar to the Blade Runner type replicant in that they have they're based off templates that are made from an original human. So, like if you've played Soma or are familiar with like memory implanting from the Blade Runner series, there is, or what I always think of when I'm, this is way less highbrow, but it's what I originally thought before I decided to get smart, was it's kind of like multiplicity, where the copies are imperfect. So that's about my understanding through the first hour and a half. But we'll see if that changes. This is the wrong way. Once we get a little further. As you can see, I totally memorized the beginning. Penrose-type Vessel Field Operations Manual. Penrose-type vessels of the Use and People's Navy are low-cost space exploration vessels deployed beyond the solar system's edge in the search for planets and moons fit for habitation or rich in natural resources to support the continuous growth of our great nation. All Penrose vessels are piloted by a Gestalt Scout Officer, supported by a Land Survey/Ship Technician Replica. We were going to pronounce that Elster. This partner system of Gestalt Replica cooperation has proved successful in countless previous Scout operations. Mutual control and support allow both the Gestalt Officer and the Technician Replica to perform at their optimal capacity. Once the vessel is catapulted toward the edge of the solar system by an orbital mass driver, the pilot may adjust the course from the flight deck, while the replica will take care of mechanical maintenance of the vessel. Okay, I think we've already done everything in there. I like how I get lost, like, literally on this tiny little ship. Is there anything over here? No. I'll turn off my camera for cutscenes. That was a very brief non-cutscene. Followed by a brief cutscene. I was going very slow in the first playthrough of this portion. So I have forgotten how quickly we get into the action. national flag, dark pictures of a coastline, and an island. Are they photographs? Old Imperial cereals. I'm pretty sure these are banned. Textbooks on radio operation. They look old and worn. Okay, that one looks like a different textbook, but I guess it's the same. Light switch. I'd rather not turn it off. I never clicked on any of this other stuff. This obviously stuck out to me the first time I played through, so I'm just kind of looking. Dusty bed. The sheets have a weird texture, like some sort of leather. Then I didn't even notice this the first. A heavy safe box wrapped in chains. An ancient-looking tome is lying on the table. It feels like it is calling to me. Pick up The King in Yellow? Yes. I really love the numbers station conspiracy theory / vibe of this game. So for those that aren't aware, that line that was on the screen, the things that learnt to walk but ought to crawl, that is an H.P. Lovecraft thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Lovecraft, but there's a reason he's well known. He was very creative, and obviously cosmic horror. And then the King in Yellow is not Lovecraft, but I first came about it, like most people my age, with True Detective, where in that season 1, the really good season, obviously people weren't that into 2, and I know that there's a new one that I haven't seen yet, with Jodie Foster, and I like her, but still. They kept making reference to the Yellow King. And the actual text of the King in Yellow is not written. Like, there is a book by Robert Chambers called The King in Yellow, and it's mostly like vignettes of various characters who have read it or read portions of it, but within the universe of that novel, The King in Yellow is a play, and it's a play that can like infest your mind, the plot of which can infest your mind and like influence your behavior and change your thinking a lot of times for the negative. But from what I've seen of this game so far, I would just imagine it as a mind virus type situation where once it's like a forbidden knowledge. Anyways, we'll move on. Welcome to S23 Sierpinski. You've been selected or have elected to be relocated by Aeon to S23 Sierpinski, located on Lang, at the frontier of the solar system. S23 Sierpinski is the perfect place for a new beginning. At our prestigious, redacted, vocational school facility, you will learn new skills to shape your future as a productive citizen of our wonderful nation. Here, you will learn all about mineral extraction, ore refinement, and munitions production, helping the war effort against the remnants of the Empire. And of course, learning is not just about theory. Aeon lets you earn your share while practicing your new craft right at the workplace. Concerned about your family, friends, former colleagues? Ask a protector about our ration sharing plan. A portion of your ration marks will be sent to a beneficiary of your choice. So, sounds like fancy slave labor, maybe. There's a key card with a note taped to the window of the reception. Due to staff shortage, report new arrivals at Classroom 4C, Northeast. We'll take the key. These are our save stations, but we don't need to save yet. Service request form F29. Data filing service request form. I'm not sure of their dating system. I have gotten far enough to know what these all caps, like things like an RR, AR, they're called ARAs. Or if you haven't picked up on it, our character is called an Elster. They're various models of replicas. Service object. Mond and Tokter high security wall safe, numeric keypad. Location of object, classroom 4B. The wall safe in classroom 4B keeps resetting to the default combination. What's the point of the whole radio code broadcasting system if our safe can only be opened with the code in the manual? Good question. Memorandum, wall safe codes. It's come to my attention that at least one worker might be aware of the code broadcasting frequencies for the protector wall safes. Any workers connected to this leak are to be interrogated until the culprit is found. I'm restricting all radio privileges for workers until further notice. Adler. Okay. I do not have the codes memorized or anything like that. Laufen in de Gangen, verboten. I don't speak German or any sort of Germanic language. I do know that verboten means, I believe, forbidden. But, otherwise, I do not know any German. Let's see. Sorry, that was rude of me. I got like a few text messages in a row. An Elster unit? You should leave this place. This facility is lost. Turn back before it's too late. I'm looking for this woman. Have you seen her? I don't know her, but she might be one of the workers. All Gestalt workers were sent to the mine below the facility. If she's still alive, she's probably down there. There's an access elevator to the mine shaft 1 level below, but you'll need an administrator's key to use it. Do a short pause. Sorry about that. I think that we all have those friends that that are kind of flighty on texting, and then when they text, you know you gotta respond because it's so we need classroom key. It's not one of those things that can just wait around. I'll be out of here as soon as this repair patch stops my bleeding. You should get out of here too. I don't know who that woman is, but she's probably dead by now. If you still want to go, good luck. There's an access elevator to the mine shaft 1 level below, but you'll need an administrator's key to use it. If she's still alive, she's probably down there. You're not a protector, so I can't tell you any more than I already have. They decommission us both. I'll be out of here as soon as... Okay, so she started repeating. Now... Which was the classroom? Dictionary. Replica. Noun. Replicas. For plural. Shortened from archaic replicat. Copy. Replica. Biomechanical person. Synthetic reproduction of a gestalt. Biological creature grafted onto an artificial endoskeleton and enclosed in a protective exoskeleton. Gestalt. Shortened from archaic urgestalt. Original shape. Compare. Archetype. Prototype. A person that is not a replica. I missed that the first time, and here I was sitting around being like, what is a gestalt? Because, like, I know the definition of the word in our language, but not in their usage. Pick up pistol? Absolutely. Aperture card? Yes. This is just a little gameplay type thing. We're not gonna bother reading those. That's just for people that are playing the game. Oh, hello. You don't belong here either, do you? I'm Issa Tao. You should be careful. There's something wrong with this place. I don't know what happened, but it's probably dangerous to go any further. That's okay, I understand. I have something I need to do too. Take care. I hope you find who you're looking for. Alright, Wall safe. This wall safe complies with use in public safety regulations 41 and 43 and features a high-density craft stall door secured with a numeric keypad. Proudly produced on Heimat by VEB Mond and Dr. Tresser Technic. I'm gonna struggle with some of these words. Instructions for use. Enter the code using the keypad. Press the confirm key in the lower right corner. If correct, a green light will light up. Rotate the dial on the left to open the door. To clear any previously entered digits, press the E key in the lower left. First time setup, this is what we're here for. 204512. All right. Yes on the classroom key. No. I don't know how many people know about number stations, but it's something I've always kind of been fascinated with, and that's a little bit with that tone in the beginning. We'll continue in a second. Alina's diary. Feeling a little lightheaded today. I hope it's not that new flu that seems to be going around. Can't afford to miss any more shifts. That storch at the factory was chewing me out for what felt like hours for fainting at work the last time I got a cold. I haven't seen Elster the last few days. I hope she's okay. More and more people go missing in the mine lately, including replicas. Not even the protectors seem to be safe. Then over here. Scrawled note. Kick them while they're down. Yeah, but number stations are... This is just a hint for a puzzle. Number stations have a tone like that dun, 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 that repeats a lot, and then somebody will read out a series of numbers. And I don't know if there's like if any nation really like acknowledges their purpose or existence, or I mean, their existence is undeniable. You can tune in on certain frequencies and hear these things. And many of them have been broadcasting since the Cold War. But that series of numbers, at least according to people that are way more into this than me, corresponds to like a instruction book for essentially spies. So like you'll hear a series, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll look in your book, and that corresponds with like, all right, we need you to get intelligence on such and such. And it's a way to communicate with people that are in the field without, you know, explicitly saying what you need done or what what they should be doing or giving them away somehow. Almost. Okay. There we go. Box is locked. It looks like it requires some sort of square-shaped key. Still don't really need to save yet. This is telling us about the stun prods. Essentially, there are a variety of tools that you can equip. This one, would you believe it? It's a stun prod, and it stuns. You prod people with it. This is the same memo on the save codes. Alright. East Wing key, absolutely. Okay. So I live in Florida, and there actually was a case where there were spies from Cuba that were caught because of a number station. So that is an official acknowledgement, I guess. Not acknowledgement, but via court records, it's possible to see that this is like a thing that does exist. And a lot of them kept broadcasting into the 2010s, or at least into the 2000s. And I think that there were some that were online recently. There's just a treasure trove of YouTube videos if you ever are interested in this topic. And it makes for good creepypasta bait. What kind of key? Mensa key. I guess I must not be that smart. I must not be in Mensa if I need to read that 3 times. Service request form. Kitchen staff, worker quarters, special navigation module. My mapping module is still defective and won't show any map data. I keep getting lost on my way to work and back. I had to sleep in a hallway last cycle because I couldn't find the staff elevator to get to my dorm. Please, I can't find a way around this place without a map. Mars. I think you have to click the doors to get them to show on your map. Alright, we got that Mensa key. Cannot carry anymore. Okay. So there's a cap at 20 then. That's what the stun prod does. go back over here. Before we take on that room. Yes, please. West Wing key, cool. About the administrator. From work shift controller to night shift controller. Due to recent events, some security technicians will be serving both work shifts and night shifts. Affected guards are mostly stars. Affected controller units are storches. I think that's what STCR is. Until an effective treatment is found or reinforcements are sent from HIMAT, we'll all have to stay strong and do our best to keep the facility secure. Failure is not an option. Storch Sieben. P.S. Keep an eye on the administrator unit. Since the incident, he's been acting stranger than usual. Without the commander to keep him in check, we'll have to ask Calibri for help. You don't look like you belong here. You're an Elster unit, right? This facility is currently on lockdown. You shouldn't be here. I'm the Protector Controller on duty on this level. I don't know what kind of business you have here, but as you can probably see, we've got bigger issues right now. If you're looking for the commander, I have bad news for you. She got sick, and everyone else is getting sick too. That's really all I know about it. I'm sure the administrator knows more, but who knows where he is. I'm not going out there. I'm waiting here for new orders. Till then, I'm not taking any risks. I don't know that it matters if you talk to them, but later on in the game, you do get some information here and there if you, or at least in the next level. Like, I've gotten a little bit into the next level. But this is where we started. Bet you can't guess where that's going. Search protocol. Protector controller on duty, a storage protector on duty, a star. Confiscated items, watch, ring. This is from Helene's song, Dorm A16. Workplace, political morals class. Arrested in ongoing investigation, stolen radio. Original reason for transfer, counter-revolutionary activity, distributing flyers at university. Julia Huang. Confiscated items, medication, Dorm A64. Workplace, mining operation A. Arrested on suspicion of bioresonance. Confiscated hydroxycarbamide pills have been sent to the medical wing. Special supervision request has been forwarded to Calibri. Elena Xiao. Cosmetic box with butterfly inlay, locked. Dorm A61. Workplace factory. Collapse at the workplace from exhaustion. Bunk was searched before transfer to medical wing. Heinrich Fukuyama. Confiscated fountain pen. Dorm A22. Mining operation A. Recent transfer from factory. Arrested on suspicion of conspiracy against the state. So that's the first. There is a male character, but I did notice a distinct lack of more than the one in the first couple hours here. Frequencies. Here we go. makes sense. Okay. Oh yeah, we can't do frequencies yet. Sorry, spoiler alert. Those will be I will not have spoilers soon. Sometime in the next video, I'll probably catch up to where I was. I'm gonna try and keep these at about an hour apiece. Mysterious artifact is placed in the box. Pick up Plate of Eternity? Probably shouldn't, but okay. There's a replica radio module in the box. Pick up the radio module? Yes. Radio module installed. The radio module can receive radio transmissions on frequencies between 50 and 250 kilohertz. Access the radio module by pressing up in the inventory screen. When tuned to a certain frequencies, automatically decoded messages will appear in the transcription window. I think we get a guy note. To Radio Officer Young, Station 6. I hope you and Ariane are both well. I've spoken to the officials at Aeon and they agreed that it would be best for Ariane to attend school in Sector C. I have a spare room she could stay in until she graduates. I know you two are inseparable, but we both know that it is best for your daughter if she receives a normal education in the city. Love, your sister, Camilla. So there you go. That's how the radio system works here. This took me an embarrassingly long time to put together when I first played. Wait, is it which one is it? It's a tree. So, a tree is 176. Or 9158. Yes on the ID card. So we just need to go down. We need to go over and down. But it's not really worth fighting them unless you're gonna... It's kind of like Resident Evil, like, as in Resident Evil 1, the remake. It's not really worth wasting your resources on them, in my opinion, unless you're going to be going back and forth in the same hallway repeatedly. I have to tell it to open the doors. I was like... Ah, it's you again. I'm glad you're still okay. Have you found who you're looking for? I'm looking for someone too. My sister. You see her? Did you tell her I'm looking for her? Don't worry. You'll recognize her when you see her. Have you ever wondered if you're speaking to someone for the last time without knowing? I wish I could go back so I could say something else. This place is very strange, isn't it? I wonder what happened here. But it doesn't really matter. You don't need to worry about me. I can take care of myself now. Can't keep relying on others. That's why she left me, after all. I'm sure of that now. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else to do up here. Card impounded. Please contact administrator. So I got to the end of this area originally. I don't think we really need to use that. We'll stick with this. Right. I don't know what's in this door over here, if it really is. As you can see, I have an excellent short-term memory. It's one of my strong suits. Examination room key. Okay. Sorry if it's annoying that I already know a little bit of the game. So rather than read this gameplay summary, an auto-injector, basically if you're going to die, it will refill your health. Alina's diary, 2. Something is wrong. Nobody will tell me what's happening, but ever since I woke up, everyone has been behaving strangely. Protectors won't let me leave my room and return to work, even though the wound from my fall is already healed. I think there must have been an accident with mine. I overheard 2 Yules whispering in front of my room that they're running out of staff. I'm worried that something has happened to Elster. I haven't heard from her in a while. I can't just sit around here any longer. Alina Sio. TV with a built-in video cassette player. If I had a video cassette, I could watch it here. Hint, hint. It's a nice loot room. This is something that I wish they told me about earlier. You eventually learn that you can combine those 2 things to make one of these. The repair spray, regular, it's a heal over time, and the patch, regular, is a heal over time. But that blue, it does a little less healing than the regular spray, but it's instant. So if you're in trouble, that's honestly what you'd want to use. Patient Euler. Patient complained about severe nausea and headaches. Admitted a hospital wing after vomiting oxidative fluid during work. Clinical picture in line with other recent cases among Protector staff. While we still have no indication what causes this syndrome, we've observed similar developments in all patients. Most puzzlingly, development of the syndrome seems to progress similarly in both replica and gestalt patients. Initial admission tests showed hypotension, high fever, and dehydration, internal hemorrhaging. Strong cognitive decline within the first cycle, alopecia and purpura. I'm just going to look up that word. Purpura occurs when small blood vessels leak blood under the skin. Purpura measure between 4 and 10 millimeters in diameter. When purpura spots are less than 4 millimeters in diameter, they're called... Okay, so that's basically like, yeah, broken blood vessel under the skin. Within 5 cycles, skin will begin to peel in large patches. Decline of vision quality and ability to communicate may follow. Gestalt patients will usually expire at this stage due to infections, while results for replica patients seem to vary. There's someone inside the oxygen tent. It's hard to look at her. I didn't know if that was something on top of that filing cabinet. Guess not. Same memo on the wall safe codes. They really want to hammer that home, don't they? Everyone's turned weird. I'm the only one left, I think. Will I get sick like the others too? I'm scared. I don't want to die. You look kind of familiar. Have we met before? At first, it was only Commander Falk who fell ill. Slowly, everyone started behaving strangely. I'm too scared to go outside. I don't want to become like the others. I don't want to die. Oh! reset them for a second by stepping out there, maybe. Okay, we're running. Three golden stars of the nation adorn the stela. Sword. No. This took me a second, too. It'll be relevant. It'll make it... It's hard to explain without it in front of you. Oh, I thought I had that thing equipped. Pump room key. That's not the pump room. Where's the word drainage instructions? With the tank full, I'm just gonna write this down. These puzzles always get me. All right, fill B, then fill tank C with water only from B. Move the water from tank C back to tank A. Fill tank C again with the remaining water from tank B. Then refill tank B from tank A. And then move it back. Fill tank C with water only from tank B. Okay. This is why I always get confused by these puzzles, by the way. And then move it back to tank A. If you make a mistake or get stuck, just fill everything back into tank A and start over. This is like one of those things, like how do you get a gallon of water out of, like, if you only have a 3-gallon and a 5-gallon bucket or something like that. And like I always get to them eventually, but it's gotta be a painful process for anybody that watches. Okay, then B to C, C to A, B to C, A to B, B to C, C to A. I was just too lazy to write it down the first time, and so I sat there like a dum-dum, just like going around in circles with it. Okay, we are getting near the point where I'm gonna cut off. We'll get another save room here. That's that door up there that was locked from the other side. Despite having the larger inventory, we've managed to fill it up. Okay. Examination room key. Yes, please. All right, so I'm gonna save here, and we're gonna call this video 1. I'm gonna try and keep these around an hour. Obviously, I knew the very beginning, and I know for the most part this area. So it is going a little bit speedier here. I'm very new at this whole like gameplay recording thing. I really would like some feedback. I mean, like, I don't want to hear about how awful I am, but if you have some sort of constructive criticism, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. It's going to be probably an irregular thing for me. A friend of mine got some of the video capture equipment a while ago, and I just had it sitting around, and it just seemed like I'm one of those people that starts a hobby and gets like super deep into it for a few months and then pretty much never touches it again. As soon as it starts to feel like work, I'm out. I already have a job and it takes up too much of my time, and I just, right now, this is fun and relaxing. But I would like to know how I'm doing, how I could be better. And of course, if I'm doing anything right, everybody loves like positive encouragement too. So hopefully you're enjoying this game. I think it's very intriguing. I really like survival horror games. This is one that kind of flew under my radar. It came out like in late 2022 or early 2023, and I'm in my mid-30s. I don't get to keep up with when things are releasing or like check reviews or like get pumped about anything. Like, the only thing that I have on my radar generally are like the Resident Evils, and of course Alan Wake 2 came out last year, and you know, if it's not at that like mainstream level, I can go a year or more without hearing about it. But I'm glad to be able to be experiencing this now and experiencing it with you. So with that, we're saving. I'm probably going to play a little bit more tonight, so pardon me for the non-wardrobe change in the next video. And with that, I will see y'all later.